Terrence Davis. My God, did he have a performance tonight or this afternoon? I apologize. I am just ecstatic that the Raptors extend their winning streak to 11 to tie their franchise mark. They've done it twice before tonight, in 2016 and 2018. But Terrence Davis, man, he was a beast tonight with 31 points. This is the Airborne Podcast. I'm your host, Ajith. And Terrence Davis, just, what can I say? Another undrafted prospect that the Raptors stole after draft night. And he's showing out. Who said he's not a rising star? Why isn't he in the Rising Stars Challenge? Why are there all-stars in the Rising Stars Challenge when they're already stars? I don't get it. Trae Young and Luka Doncic should not be there. Terrence Davis should have took one of their spots. Because he has the best net rating of any rookie in the NBA right now. And he showed out tonight on a day where we found out that Norman Powell was hit with another injury. And honestly, screw the Detroit Pistons. I do not want to see them ever again. I know we play them one more time, but for God's sake, every time we play them, something bad happens. It's like someone there is putting some voodoo shit on us every time we play. Like, because just like how we found out about the Pascal injury after the game with the groin, the last time when he had to miss time, Norman Powell comes with the metacarpal injury on his left hand, and we got reports after the game, and it's just unfortunate that we keep losing bodies in times where we're trying to get healthy to get into the playoffs, or to go healthy into the playoffs. But Terrence Davis's timing with this career-high performance was absolutely perfect. As soon as Norman Powell comes out, he gets the minutes, and he drops 31 points on 80% shooting and 86% shooting from the three-point line. He shot better from the field and the three-point line than he did at the free throw line. He only got 2 attempts, but he missed one, so he was 50%. But, oh man, there's nothing bad to say about the Raptors except the first half. They could have played better defense. They allowed the Chicago Bulls to score 63 points at the half. But, man, they turned it on in that second half. The defense was absolutely tenacious, and they held Chicago to 39 points in the second half in total, and they held them to 31% shooting. The bench absolutely destroyed the Bulls. They outscored Chicago Bulls bench. The Raptors outscored the Chicago Bulls bench 66-30. Absolutely obliterated their bench out of the water. Kyle Lowry came out hot in that first quarter, shot a couple threes, and then I wouldn't say he disappeared. He had a charge, but he was decent. Not his typical performance, but he was good. Steady Freddy. Oh yeah, and Kyle Lowry also had like a little confrontation with like Denzel. I was gonna say Washington, but Denzel Valentine, and he just kept barking at him. And just don't do it, man. Denzel, you got lit up by a guy in the Drew League. Was it the Drew League? Yeah. You got lit by a random guy in the Drew League. So don't be poking the bear, bro. If you don't want that smoke, for real. Kyle Lowry's just going to come and light up your ass if you piss him off. But he's playing it cool. He's like, I'm good, bro. Steady Freddy, though. Whoo! Steady Freddy, ICV, Fred VanVleet. Should have been an all-star, and he put on some all-star moves, and he, looked into his bag, and he stole Satoransky's ankles. The man was playing Twister on the floor, and then he had a nice crossover blow-by on Kobe White, and then a nice left-handed pass to the corner to Patrick McCaw for the 3. Chris Boucher, slim duck. That man was posterizing everybody today. I honestly think he had a dunk in every quarter. That's what it felt like, to be honest. And, he's been sitting out for a bit with Marc Gasol, everyone healthy, and he didn't get opportunities in between in this so-called 11-game win streak. But with Marc Gasol going down these past 3 games, he's been getting more minutes and he's been showing up. I think in the first quarter he had like 8 points in like 9 minutes, or 9 points in 8 minutes, something like that. But he was putting in that work. We got a Stanley Johnson sighting because we were absolutely ripping the Chicago Bulls apart. With like, I think maybe, what was it, like 4 minutes left, I think, Stanley Johnson checked in. And he had a nice pass to O'Shea Brissett for a nice, oh no, sorry, not Brissett. He had a nice pass to Boucher for the dunk. And, but O'Shea Brissett did have an alley-oop dunk in the game at the end. So he had a nice highlight. But all in all, perfect game. The Raptors blew out the Chicago Bulls basically by 30. And this game was not competitive at all for most of the second half. For the Raptors, though, really, I've basically said everything I've had to say. I mean, there were really not that many bad moments except for their defense. They could have played better because they allowed Chicago to score a lot of points in the first quarter and the second quarter. They allowed Chicago to score 29 points in the first and 34 in the second. But the third and fourth quarter, like I said, they scored 39 total points in the second half. We held Chicago to 22 points in the third quarter and 17 points in the fourth. And we blew them up by 27 points. But like I said, it was basically a 30-point mercy. And Lowry had, in 30 minutes, he had 14 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Fred VanVleet, 29 minutes, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Patrick McCaw, actually, I didn't even know. He had 10 points, okay. He had a nice little slick crossover move too, and Pascal Siakam got up off the bench and was like, bro, where did that come from? You had that in your bag? God damn. And Matt Thomas, 10 minutes, played 10 minutes. He had 4 points and assist. Chris Boucher, 17 minutes, 10 points. Yeah, 17 minutes. Sorry, not 10 points. What am I saying? Chris Boucher had 15 points, 5 rebounds and an assist in 25 minutes. And Fred VanVleet actually had... Yeah, Fred VanVleet had 12 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists in 32 minutes. And Lowry had 14 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists in 30 minutes. Kyle Lowry basically didn't... I don't even think he came back in that fourth quarter, to be honest with you. Because VanVleet and the lineup that was out there were just killing them. Anunoby, I'm going to cut him some slack because he's always really good on the defensive end. But in 21 minutes, he only had 4.7 rebounds. And he had a steal as well. Pascal Siakam in 28 minutes had 17 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Terrence Davis, like I said, career high night, 28 minutes, 31 points, 4 rebounds, and assist. And actually, Matt Thomas in 18 minutes had 7 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. But the bench really came through for the Raptors tonight. I'm not going to lie to you. It was very surprising. Because usually with the bench, we've had moments, a lot of moments where they can't hold leads and they just don't perform. But the Raptors went on a bunch of runs. Raptors went on a 9-0 run at the end of that first quarter to take a 4-point lead, 30-26. The Raptors bench in that first quarter, they lit it up from the beginning, from the get-go. They lit up the Chicago Bulls 11-3. An 11-3 run by the bench at the end of that first quarter. And Raptors shot 55% from the field and 46% from beyond the arc after one. And the bench continued to light it up. Chris Boucher came out, hit another 3 in the second quarter. And like I said, Patrick McCaw, he hopped in his bag and he did that little crossover move and a nice left-handed layup. And then Fred VanVleet's, I can't stop watching the replay on this one. That step-back 3 off a crossover on Satoransky, making the man play Twister. That was absolute beauty. Third quarter, though. Third quarter. Well, the second quarter was, they had many highlights, but unfortunately, the Chicago Bulls, the Raptors let them get back in the game, and they went into the half with a 3-point lead, 60-63. Third quarter, Raptors go on an 8-2 run, 17-4 run overall, and that intensity on defense was on another level. Raptors always, focus on the defense, and they made an emphasis at halftime. Coaches, motivated them to step it up, and they did. Raptors had 7 offensive rebounds in the third quarter, and Zach LaVine had one nice monster dunk as well. He had one on the fast break. It felt like a travel because I swear he took like 2 steps from like the 3-point line to dunk it. But the fourth quarter, the slim dunk threw it down. Like I said, every quarter it felt like the man had a highlight. And Terrence Davis became the sixth Raptors rookie to score 30-plus points in franchise history. And Raptors shot 56% from the field overall. 11th consecutive win in a row, 11 straight win in a row, and 12 straight against the Chicago Bulls. Raptors as a team for the game, like I said, shot 56% from the field, 47% from beyond the arc, all because of Terrence Davis. The man was hot. 86% from 3 tonight. He was 6 of 7 from 3. And we had 16 threes in total for the game. So free french fries to all the homies and wonderful ladies. And Chicago Bulls in the beginning, they were making the extra pass to the three-pointer, and they were just making every three they possibly could get in that first half, which is what kept them in the game. But the Raptors figured it out in the second half, and they took care of business. And then they started making threes, and that's why you had the score be what it was. That's why it was a complete blowout, because the Raptors are just that dominant when they're clicking on all cylinders. And the Raptors against teams under 500 that have a losing record are 29-2 right now. The 2 losses coming to those nail-biters that came down to the wire against Portland and San Antonio. Free throw percentage, the Raptors shot 83%, 19 to 23. More characteristic of them because they shoot like 80% as a team. Chicago, not so much. They shot 65% from the free throw line, and they shot 15 to 48 from the 3-point line for 31%. And the Chicago Bulls also shot 39% from the field. Rebounds, though, Raptors were +5 tonight, 46 to 41. Offensive rebounds, Chicago beat us. They're +5, 17 to 12. Assists, we're +3, 28 to 25, and that's like kind of around the mark where the Raptors usually play. When they usually average around 25 to 30 assists, it results in a W, and it's usually a good night. Steals, Chicago 10 to 6. They were +4. Blocks, Serge Ibaka had like 3 blocks in that game, and he really sparked a run in that second half with those monster blocks on Hutchinson. But we were 5-0, so we were +5 on blocks. Turnovers, we had 15, they had 16, so we were +1. And personal fouls, we had 18, they're 21, so we were basically +3. Technical, they got 1, we got none. And that technical came with Thaddeus Young. Chicago Bulls, though, their stat leaders, Thaddeus Young came out, scored 30 points. Sorry, I am tripping. 30 minutes, he scored 21 points, 7 rebounds, and assist. He had 2 steals, 4 turnovers. And Hutchinson, although he got blocked like twice by Ibaka, in 28 minutes he scored 17 points, 5 rebounds, and assist. And he had a steal and 2 turnovers. Zach LaVine wasn't his best game. Raptors held him in check tonight. 33 minutes, he scored 18, 7 points. What the hell am I saying? 18 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, with 3 steals and 3 turnovers. Satoransky, 30 minutes, he had 8 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Kobe White, 25 minutes, he had 12 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists. And Archie Diacono. He's a Villanova alum. And he was the one lighting it up in the first half. He had 12 points, made 3 threes. He had a rebound and 2 assists. And, yeah, those are the main guys basically for the Chicago Bulls. Valentine, I don't know why he talks, because in 14 minutes the man had 3 points, a rebound, and 2 assists. If you can't play basketball like that, if you're not on Kyle Lowry's level, just shut your mouth. Don't talk, bruh. Raptors are looking to extend their lead. What? Extend their winning streak to 12 3 days from now. Because on Wednesday night, they will be playing the Indiana Pacers in a home and home. They play Indiana on the 5th of February in Toronto, and then they travel over to Indiana to play them on the 7th. Hopefully they can extend that winning streak. It's going to be a tall task because Indiana is a fully loaded squad, very underrated, could be a dark horse in the Eastern Conference this year, and they're fully healthy now. Oladipo's back. Even though he's on minutes restriction, he can pop off and go off on you in a few minutes, in a span of a few minutes. And he's a clutch player. He hits big-time shots. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it's not a close game, so he can't help them, get back in the game. But we shall see. If you enjoyed this podcast, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And I don't know if I mentioned this in my previous, I probably did, against the Pistons. I think I congratulated Nick Nurse and his coaching staff for, representing Team Giannis and going to the All-Star game. Going to the All-Star game and getting the opportunity to represent Team Giannis. For these guys, though, we got Kyle, we got Pascal, we got the coaching staff. We're high and ready to go. High and mighty and ready to go. But yeah, congratulations to him. Congratulations to Kyle Lowry for making a 6th straight All-Star appearance. And congratulations again to Pascal Siakam for being named an All-Star starter and making his first ever All-Star appearance. Steady Freddy, don't sweat it, bruh. You're going to get in eventually when Kyle Lowry hangs it up in about a year or two. You'll get the All-Star nod, I promise you. And they put it on the big screen and they congratulated them. So that was very classy of the Raptors, obviously, at letting the fans and everyone acknowledge the fact that, of their accomplishment and what they were able to do. I said before the Cleveland game that if they could win these 3 games without Marc Gasol in the lineup, they should be able to win these 3 games without Marc Gasol. The Pistons one was a little iffy because I thought Drummond might go off, but we see how his 2020 games don't translate to wins. So, yeah, it was successful. We went 3-0 in those 3 games, which got Coach Nurse the nod. Mike Budenholzer wasn't eligible to go coach the team because he did it last year, and you're not allowed to do it back-to-back years. Hence why we needed the 2 seed to get it done. And last year we wouldn't have been able to coach the All-Star game, even if we had the best record, because the previous year Dwayne Casey coached. And I don't think they let the organization do it back-to-back years. I'm not sure, but let me know if you know in the comment section if that's true or not. I'm 99% sure that's true. But yeah, like I said, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, show your boy that love, show your boy the support, and we'll be back with another post-game podcast. And yeah, I'll see you guys back here Wednesday night. Till then, stay blessed, stay woke, and please stay safe. Peace.